Okay, and I would like to apologize for two things. No one can force me to stay in this small circle. Once I am on the stage is mine. So sorry for the cameraman, he has to follow me. Second thing, I will never look at this timer. It will take as long as it takes, so I am going to start right away. Okay, so I am Sondan Durukanoğlu Feyiz. What I will do today with you, I will talk about the story of a little girl. Myself, I am still little, and I hope at the end you will see how you can make your life change once you never mind, and once you know how to stand up once you fall down. This is the story of that little girl. Okay, I'm from the Republic of a small town in Black Sea region. The reason I am showing this picture, that shows how challenging a life can be for people who are still living in this part of region. And I experienced that, and we will see that in a minute. And that makes them strong. Okay, this is my home village. I feel really lucky because I have such a beautiful home village where I can, from time to time, can go and visit and enjoy my stay over there. The house you see there, this is the place I was born. The one with no hair in the middle is my husband. Okay? So I have a big family. 7 sisters and 2 brothers. And now you can guess why my father named me Sondan, the last one. Can you guess what they named the one right after me? Let me give you some information before you make a guess. My parents, they always wanted to have a son. They tried until I am the 7th now. And they had a son. And you know what they named him? Chetin the hard one. Okay? And this is, on the left is my father, on the right is my mother. This is the only picture where we are all together. So, the most amazing people for me is my mother and my father. Okay? Why? Look, my mother left the school at the 3rd grade. My father is a middle school graduate, that's it. And they devoted their life so that their kids can have a better future, so that we can go to school and have a better school. This is what they did, okay? And this is how I called mothership and fathership. We are a sculptor. This is the most amazing job on this planet. Just imagine, you're just shaping a human being. And if you have that idea in your mind, then have a child. If you don't have a child. If you want to have a child, just to have a child, don't do it. When you work on it, and when you treat him as an individual, or her as an individual, okay, the end product is amazing. This is how it works. This is how I now treat my son, okay? And now let's get back to this 10 siblings. Everyone in the family is a university graduate. I was the only one with no hope. In the middle school, till the last year of high school, I had failed 7 courses. I think the only good grade I get for painting or physical education, etc. I lost 3 years in the 2nd year of high school. I studied the last year of high school with my sister who was 3 years younger than I am. Now I am a physics professor. Why I tell you this story? You never give up. Just never mind. Leave whatever happened in the past. Just concentrate on yourself. Try to know yourself and try to just make a decision about what you want to do with your life. This is the key, guys, okay? Whatever you do, just concentrate on it. And this is going to be you. No one else will tell you what is good or bad for you. It's all up to you, okay? So, you know what my father told me, if you think that you're not going to study, forget about it. I will have no child who didn't complete the study. That's it. And if you don't go to school, then I send you to home village. Okay? My mother, she used to go to a village to cut the tea leaves and sell them. So I went to that summer, I went to my home village. I stayed there for 3 months. This is the longest time I stayed in hometown. Okay, and then, you know what was the daily cycle? You wake up at 6 in the morning, have the breakfast, go to the tea leaves fields, cut the tea leaves, and in the afternoon you put them on the basket and carry them to the places where you sell the tea leaves. Then we didn't have the roads. This stairs you see every day 2 times. I had, my record was 45 kilo of tea leaves in the basket in my bag. Okay? Every day I had to carry those 165 stairs. Okay? And that was the time when something changed in my life. This is the only time I was alone. While you just carrying the tea leaves at back, you just question your life. And this is the moment. I told myself, nothing could be harder than what I do now, even studying. That was my turning point. And then I never stopped studying. And if you ask me what I did in these 3 years of, high school, where I didn't go to school, you know what I did? I break into the pieces every machine we had in the house. And then I put them back. And when there is something broken in our neighborhood, they call me. I went and tried to fix them. Sometimes I even break more than I left the house. Why? Well, that tells me something. I had a research mind. So it took 3 years for me to understand what I want to do in my life, and I just realized it. Okay? And then, how I decided to become a physicist, I was lucky. I am not a graduate of a college, an ordinary school. I am a graduate of Burhan High School. But then, I had an amazing teachers of physics and mathematics. And you just keep in mind that I lost, I don't know anything about first year or second year of high school. And I am also learning the new things for last year of high school. I was working like crazy. Guys, I will tell you one thing. If you know what to do with your life, and if you do what you want to do, those studies are not torture. Because you want to do it. And I will tell you one story. My son, I have a son now who's at Sabancı University. And one time he opened the door for me when he was at home. He said, "Mom, how horrible life you have." I said, "Why? You work at work, you work at home, you work every time." And I told him, what is wrong with that? And then next question I asked him, what do, you have dinner with us, and then you go to your room, what you do, you play guitar. But what I do, and you do music. What I do, I go upstairs, I do physics. The only difference is you do physics, if I do physics, you do music, that's it. And both of us like what we do. Okay? Once you know what you like, and the effort you put on it is nothing. Okay? So, then, I went to physics department at Istanbul University. Then I decided, if I want to become a good physicist, I have to go abroad, specifically United States. I didn't know English. I learned English after the age of 26. Okay, so I had one choice. I have to get state fellowship. So there was a nationwide examination. 98 people took that. 2 girls and the rest were boys. We were successful. We had the 50% of success rate in girls. It was me. I got fellowship, and then my journey for becoming a physicist started. So, language education, in this, through this fellowship, I went to Middle East Technical University to learn language. And you see in the middle thing, it was the only female, and I have many, many pictures in which I am the only females. And this is not gonna change unless we do something about it. It will change, okay? And then, of course, 6 months in the United States to learn the language. And I never stopped life going on, okay? I got married with my boyfriend, and then this is another pictures of the family. Extended family. I have just 1 child. When you have 1 child, this is what you do, as if you have 10 child, okay? And this is the most amazing product of myself. This is how I call it. Okay, now, I had my PhD degree at Kansas State University. There's a Wildcat fan here, I don't know where is she, but anyway. And this is my PhD advisor, okay? And of course, I got my PhD degree with my son. So, what I did, in the state, it is hard to find a job in the same state, okay? And my husband, he found a job in Texas, and I was looking for a job, a faculty position in Texas, and I wasn't able to do that. One thing I want to remind you, when I did my PhD, let me go back to here, when I did my PhD and when it was time for me to write the thesis, I didn't do it in last 2 days, believe me. I was a panic monster, but it started working 3 months before the deadline, okay? So it took at least 3 months to finish up my thesis, and at the end, my defense people said, okay, you did an excellent job, and I got the diploma. This is how it works. It doesn't, you don't wait until the due date of submitting your thesis, that's for sure. So then, I decided, I found a job at Baltimore. It is on the East Coast. Texas is in the middle. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going back to Turkey, where I have my family who are ready in helping me whenever I need help. Okay? So, we had a family, long-distance family of 10 years. I came to Turkey with my son, left my husband in the States, okay? And what my husband thought that, so now we'll go to Turkey and then it will take at most 1 year, and then her final decision would be, got down with the country, I can't do what I want in the country, I'm going back to the States. No, it didn't happen. I never changed my mind, and I am happy for being here in the country. And then he understood that Sondan will not go back to the United States, so it's time for him to come back to Turkey. In year 2010, he returned to Turkey. Now we have a unified family. So, in 2000, I became an assistant professor at ITU, and I stayed there for 10 years, and in year 2010, I had an offer from President of Sabancı University for becoming Vice President of Sabancı University. Then I went to Sabancı University. Since then I am there, okay? Now, let me tell you, I was at M.I.T. for 2 years. Now, what I found there, this is the key, the secret of making science. And this is true for our real life too. I went to the seminars and colloquiums in every department. Then I realized how American scientists are so successful in producing new science. Do you know what they do? No matter how complicated the problem is, they first simplify the question Okay? Then try to find solutions to problems. If we do the same thing in our real life, believe me, our life will be much easier. This is the key. Just simplify the problem, then think about the problem. For sure, you're going to find a solution to the problem. That's how it works. Yes, I work a lot, but one thing, to work that hard, you have to have some sort of motivation. So I never give up with my other half of my life. Okay? And I like the nature. At the age of 40 years, I learned how to play classical guitar. And I always had 10-year goals for other part of my life. And then at the age of 50 years old, I learned how to windsurf. Then I didn't know how to swim. Then, when you are at 50 years old, you don't set 10-year goals because you don't know whether you're going to live that long. So I didn't stop. Then this time I set 3 years old. At the 53 last summer, this is my birthday gift to myself. And my 68 goal, at the age of 68, I'm going to learn to do this by myself. Okay? And now I am a member of Susail Club, and I am at third level of these courses. My goal for this summer, go to the Marmaris, rent a sail, and then sail around the South Coast and go to the boat. That's how I deal with my daily problems. You have to do something for the other half so that you can work very hard for the other half. This is how it works. Okay? And of course, I never miss an opportunity to spend time with my son. And I like traveling. And one thing, I have 2 more slides and I'm going to stop. Guys, nothing can make me happier than reading this paragraph. Can you Google me? Who is Sondan Durukanoğlu Feyiz? This is what you find. When I took Physics 102 course with her, I was surprised that there are such professors at ITU because I didn't understand the lectures. I did not see her on campus since then. I learned that she went to Sabancı University. Although our university makes a lot of money, they cannot give such professor at ITU. As for her personal characteristic, she is friendly, sincere, understanding, and excited. I hope Sabancı University appreciates the value of our professor. Then, I think he or she did more research on me. Now she became a physics professor and vice president of Sabancı University. It was clear to me then she was not going to stay at ITU. I am a professor. I love being with students. And the students are the ones who evaluate your performance. Once I see such comment, this is the most remarkable time of my life. That's it. Guys, one other key. Whatever you do, if you don't make a differences in what you do, you're going to be an average person. Let me tell you a story. My son, when he was teenage, he is still teenage, he told me that, Mom, I'm going to make you ashamed of me. I said, oh, you're going to do it. His answer was, he's going to do rap music. I told him that, son, first thing, please don't curse on me. Second, you don't know me. If you're going to make a difference in rap music style, then I'm going to be the one at the back playing the keyboard. The key thing here, you have to make a difference in whatever you are doing, guys. If you are teaching, make a difference in teaching. If you are playing guitar, make a difference in playing. I don't know, whatever it is you like, you have to make a difference in whatever you are doing. This is the key. And the second thing, you have to love people. You have to love yourself and the people around you. Guys, I am 53 years old, and I've never seen any person whose sole goal is to harm me. No, first, trust in people and love people. Even if you're an engineer, you're gonna make a product for people. Unless you love the people, your product will not become as beneficial as you think, guys. Okay? The second thing is love people, love yourself. Know what you want to do with your life. And never forget to never mind. You have to know how to stand up when you fall down. Okay? This is the last slide. It has a story. As you know, last year, Aziz Sancar came to Turkey to present a Nobel Prize to Atatürk in Kabul. So he was invited to several universities. One of them was Sabancı University. And we had a rule. We set a rule where we said that we are not going to allow anyone to take picture with Aziz Sancar. And then you may ask, how come you have that? Here is a story. I invited my two sisters, the one on the left and the one on the right of my sisters. Why don't you come to campus to listen what Aziz Sancar says? They came after the talk. We went to my office with my sisters, and then the president and Aziz Sancar was cruising by our office. They entered my office, and the president know my story, and he also knows the story of other sisters. Okay? He told the story to Aziz Sancar. Then they went. After 2 minutes, Aziz Sancar came to our office, and he said that I need to take a picture with these girls. Thank you, guys. Now I have my TEDx talk.